lot of people wonder how me and my mom are so close. What do you think?
So close.
Yes.
I think that our relationship and the closeness of our relationship is because of you and your your obedience and respect. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to throat punch you all the time. I don't want to kill you. Well, only like a couple times, you know, a month do I have to refrain myself from choking you out. So that helps. I mean, what do you think? What do you think?
Well, mine's kind of the opposite. I was thinking that it was because of you.
Really?
Yeah, because of like, you're very good at being understanding of like my age and kind of helping me like cope with all the changes that are happening, like hormonally and like with just growing up and the stresses of it. And you're very understanding and like you reach out to me on a friend level, but then are also there on a mom level to guide me.
To spank that butt?
Yeah, spank that butt.
Spank that butt. That's funny that we both, and we haven't talked about this before, like we decide we're just going to record this.
She did.
Yeah, I did. Because I'm the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. But see, she knows that. And I think the fact that you've always been respectful.
I've always been scared of you.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not
how it's supposed to be. Honestly, I think it's because my parents have taught me
like a reverent
the fear of God.
Mm.
And then I've also been taught that parents are there to be an image of who God is. And so because I have been taught about, you know, how we need to be with God, I've been able to really reflect that with my relationship with my parents.
Yeah?
I think that's one of the
So
big
like
things.
a reverent fear.
Yeah, you can give me a look and I can feel the lightning.
I don't know how to do it. Like,
No,
like
it's more like,
this.
I just want to run.
No, that's cool, and I can see that because like you have what you call fear, but that explains why you don't cross lines and why you don't do things. And I understand that because that's kind of like that with my dad, not my mom. I liked making my mom mad. Don't do that. But I wasn't taught that reverent fear of God or anything about God growing up. So that's really cool. Yeah, because like you've always, even like the little things like saying yes ma'am, which like we aren't drill sergeants and we've never drilled that into you.
No, and I've actually even had people tell me not to say yes ma'am and yes sir. Because they
I
saw
like it. It makes
no,
me
I'm saying,
feel...
but like, because they thought that it was sarcasm. But then I also knew that like, that's not, you're my parents.
Right.
And that's not how you guys looked at it. So like, I've always been good about balancing.
I still say that. Yes ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes sir to
I
like
say
my
it to
parents.
babies.
It's a way of me
bottom.
humbling myself, like if I'm not like talking to my mom or someone I see as authority. Yeah, my mom is old. I still see her as like, she gonna come spank my butt. Spank my booty.
I mean, I say yes ma'am.
I might like it though.
To Allie and Jaylee.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, no.
Whatever.
We still gotta teach her a lot.
A lot.
A whole lot. She's got a lot too.
She doesn't have
So
enough
bottom
fear of
line, I
God.
think the fact that you're so respectful and you're also really open and transparent. I think we're both really open and transparent with each other.
I think that our relationship got really good, honestly, when I learned how to say I'm sorry. And that it was my fault.
Like admit
And then
that
my
you
relationship
messed
with
up.
a lot of people got better when I learned how to, even if something, like if I can 100% say something wasn't my fault, I can still apologize for the misunderstanding. Like you don't always have to say, yeah, that's my fault, but always making sure that you mend every little thing instead of always just putting bandages over it.
Right.
Like just going back and, you know, like we made a list of everything that I had done that I hadn't been clean about. And I feel like that was when our relationship got good because it was all out there. And then from now on, I want to tell you guys everything because I love that feeling of you guys knowing everything and they're not
feeling like you're hiding anything.
Yeah, and being able to just openly.
Did you hear that, girls?
Yeah.
When you hide stuff from your parents, like then you're full
Your
of
religion.
guilt and shame, and there's like it builds walls up. I
Yeah.
think between because
Your
I was real
relationship.
open with my parents too growing up,
Mhm.
a little too much sometimes. My mom hated it sometimes. Like,
So do you.
do you really have to tell me that?
Yeah.
I know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
I think another thing though, okay, so like our openness, honesty
Yeah.
with one another, because I'm super transparent too. Like
Yeah.
I just
You are.
tell you whatever you
Unfortunately.
but I think too, what I absolutely love and respect about you and admire about you is your openness to correction. So when I do have to get on to you and correct you, I hate saying get on to because it's your knowledge,
yeah.
but like, you know, when my mean mom phase comes out, like you talk about, you're so open to correction, and you're so open to, you know, receiving, you know, discipline and direction, and like you want to grow from it. You don't see it as, oh my gosh, my mom is too much. Well, you probably do say that. You say that to other people.
I say that joking around.
Mm-hmm.
I say that when you're like in one of your good hyper moods. You're too
Mhm.
much when you're happy.
Okay, I'm talking about like too much. Like my mom is crazy and she just wants to get on to me all the time.
No, because you don't have it.
I don't have to.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Listen, girls, seriously,
Huh?
if you want an awesome relationship with your mom, be honest. Don't hide stuff. Like that builds walls up that you don't even realize you're building up. Okay, so don't build walls. Be honest. Be open to correction and learning.
We were here to be like Jesus, and when I went to missions training, they talked a lot about who Jesus was, and then a lot about how we were supposed to be like him. And after that, it was like I'm so open to correction because
Yeah.
I know that I know I will never be like Jesus,
Right.
and I will never be as graceful and as kind and as compassionate and as open to God's word as he was. But I like sure as heck know that I can always try harder,
Right.
and I can always take advice from elders. And sorry, you're an elder.
I am.
But
I'm an old
I
fart.
can always take more correction because that's always one step closer to my redemptive potential.
Right. Well, and I
on
still like to receive correction. Like
Yeah.
that should never stop. Like that's
On certain
being
things.
corrected. Like that, you should always be open to that. Like growing up, and I think another thing to know is parents do not like to like get on to their kids all the time and discipline their kids, and so the fact that I don't hardly ever have to correct you, knock on wood or whatever, I don't know. But anyways, that makes it so easy to have
Yeah.
the relationship.
Yeah.
So it's nice because
Yeah.
we can be like
I think that like the beginning,
super close,
the
but
beginning of healing a mother-daughter relationship is sitting down together
having
and
that
having
yucky.
nobody gets in trouble, just like confession time, where
Okay.
you sit down and you confess
Let's just get
everything
real.
to each other,
Get honest, get
everything
real.
that you've ever thought, wanted to say, and you start mending from that.
Yeah.
And it's like walls that you didn't know were there, but when they come
Yeah.
down, you feel them. They're emotional walls that will destroy relationships without you even knowing.
That's
And
good.
so I think that that's like the first
So have
step
that
of
moment, have that sit
mending.
down moment.
Yeah, and then
Let the
after
walls come
that,
down, and then
be super open, and like if you need
Yes.
to, designate a time once a week where you sit together and have confession time.
Yeah.
If you aren't on an open thing where you can do that without feeling like you're gonna like the world is gonna fall apart for you admitting something, but then it'll get to a point where you, honestly, for me, I got tired of having to admit stuff, and so I had to like, okay, I'm tired of admitting that I'm doing this,
Right.
so I'm gonna stop because I'm gonna be honest with my mom.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell her everything.
Even though
and
she
so-
knows it's
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah, and so I think that like if you're struggling with that, maybe talk about doing 30 minutes once a week where you can confess stuff and there is no discipline, and then
Well,
there's partial like natural consequences.
correction,
Like,
always natural consequences.
natural- yeah.
But then it gets to the point though where there's no confession. There's never. That sounds really weird though to say it like you just
sounds
said it.
weird,
It sounds like there's no discipline or correction ever, and that's so not true.
No, but
But-
you'll get to a point where you can confess something to someone and be okay with the consequence, because it doesn't, like, I respect my mom and I respect the consequences that she gives me, because I respect our relationship.
And you receive it.
And I respect the authority that she has, and I respect that God gave me to her, and that she knows me better than I'll ever know myself, probably.
And you know that it's better to confess and receive those consequences than to hide something.
Yeah, than to let
and
our
let
relationship
walls
get ruined.
start to come up. And
Yeah.
definitely. I agree. Do you think anything else?
I think that's it.
I think it's pretty awesome. I'm pretty grateful for you. I'm glad we had that big sit down moment a while back, and
I wasn't in the
And
moment.
it's- hey, we're driving in circles because we're talking. Are you listening? Because you need to be learning from this, because you're going to be a teenager one day.
She's bored though.
I can't stand that phrase. I'm bored. I have problems with that.
Okay,
So,
now you're ranting.
Yeah, no.
So,
We love you. And thanks for listening. If I do share this, I don't even know if I'm going to share this. I was like, hey, let's spur
I
the
hope
moment.
she's
Let's
not
do
going to
this.
share it.
But it's cool. I think it's cool that we can learn from each other. Like I said, we have an incredible relationship. Or we can...
I'm just kidding. I made a face when you
Did
said
you make a
that.
face when
Yeah,
I said
did.
that?
No, we have an amazing relationship, and I love it so much.
You're really glad I don't get hurt. But I feel like... I don't even like using the word friend, because I am
weird.
not your friend.
It's not a friend.
Because
Okay, she's
I'm
not
your
my
mom.
friend,
I'm your mom.
I'm not
I
her
will,
friend,
I will whoop
but she
you.
is my best friend.
Does that make sense?
No, but you are my best friend. Like, I'm not your best friend, but you're my best friend. That's just I'm like a
Okay.
homeschool weirdo.
Whatever.
Just kidding.
So anyways, I don't even know why we did this. It was fun though. We
But
should do this
If you
more.
want to share it, we can
We should
become
have
famous.
we could become famous. Yes, we could just do random weird videos where we're driving
one's gonna watch
circles
this.
around the neighborhood
No
that
one's gonna watch.
nobody's ever gonna watch. You know, when we do our GA and chill time at night, we can watch our own little videos.
Oh no. I
It
hate
could- it
that
could
word.
be- GA, well, that's Gracie. GN, GM and chill. Gracie and mom. I should
That's
come
dumb.
first though,
That is
because I was first.
Okay,
Mom-
we're
Mom
gonna go
G time.
because she's gonna keep talking, and I would feel bad
And I'm
for
gonna
you
drive
guys.
by my house again, and I should actually pull in this time.
Yeah.
But hey, we are praying for you guys. You know, we pray for each other all the time. We're still praying for our relationship to continue to grow and be awesome. But remember, the most important thing is honesty, openness.
Honesty is
The
policy.
teenager being receptive to correction and taking correction and seeing it as like a positive thing rather than, oh my gosh, my mom hates me and she's always grounding me and getting on to me. It's your perception of
Perception.
it. Perception. Power in Perception. That's my book that I'm never ever going to
Ever
finish.
gonna write. You're never gonna write it.
Never gonna.
I'm just
I got
kidding.
the first chapter done. So
All right.
anyways, love you guys. Bye.